This is Nehemiah Shamat, and you are now tuned into my album, Monte Carlo, on the Monte Carlo Show. Shalom.
You're now tuned in to the Monte Carlo Show. You dig what I'm talking about?
Another one.
Eat that. Woo!
Yo, it's your boy DJ Kryptonite repping that 100.1 The Beat, iHeartRadio, Coalition DJs, and you know I bust them stupid old moves. But right now, you tapped in with my dog, my brother, Monte Carlo on the Monte Carlo Show. Make sure you hit that button, like and subscribe, and as always, keep busting stupid old moves, brother. I see you.
What's up, y'all? It's Daisy Hunter, a.k.a. Cognac Slim, and y'all already know I'm checking in to the Monte Carlo Show. Ooh, this is my song.
Yeah. Like to welcome y'all to the Monte Carlo Show. Hey. Up Entertainment. Oh, my God. I'm about to take you on a wild ride. Another one. It's the Monte Carlo Show. We got a lot to discuss. We in the manosphere, and every topic is up. The hello with shalom. The plan and effect is to level up your home. Be the best version of yourself and measure up your own. We all got dreams. Set a schedule for your role when you're setting up your goals. We hard working. This the channel for the truth. This beyond purpose. Getting paper cut green like a lawn service. This a black man channel. I know y'all nervous, but we at y'all service. Anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it. The Monte Carlo Show, the truth, we all about it. Perspectives, shows who push objectives. And we ain't gonna stop till our messages affect that. These days, hating is selective, but the Monte Carlo Show will always be respected. It's the Monte Carlo Show. Come take this ride with us. It's the Monte Carlo Show. If you got drive, you up. It's the Monte Carlo Show. We getting the streets right. On the road to riches, and every light's a green light. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo Show.
Yeah. We back at it. Welcome to another episode of Monte Carlo Show. I am your host, Monte Carlo. The views and the opinions that are expressed on the Monte Carlo Show are not necessarily those of its guests or its sponsors. Once again, the views and the opinions that are expressed on the Monte Carlo Show are not necessarily those of its guests or its sponsors. Welcome to another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. I'm your host, Monte Carlo. I got some time today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I never do, anyway. Needless to say. Before I get into my spiel, I want to shout out my family in Detroit. I was wanting to do an episode that was a little bit more lighthearted, when I shouted them out, because they've shown me so much love concerning my channel. Shout out to my uncles, my aunties, my cousins. Uncle Kevin, Auntie Trish, I really can't thank y'all enough for the amount of support y'all have shown my channel. I'm greatly thankful of your contribution to my channel. Cause it's amazing how great it makes somebody feel when you get support from other people, especially when, it don't matter who it is, but when it's family, it just hits different. So special shout out to my Uncle Kevin, my Aunt Trish. Shout out to my Auntie Brandy, my Auntie Tina. They are some of the most genuine people you can ever meet. When me and my family went up to visit them last spring break, spring break of last year, man. They just showed us so much love. We didn't need for nothing. Just off of my uncles and aunties alone, like we didn't need for anything. They took care of almost every single thing. Once we got there, it was just, it was just an amazing vibe. And I haven't seen them in years prior to us making that visit. So shout out to my uncles, Kevin, David, my aunties, Tina, Brandy, my cousins, Kelly, Kevin Jr., Remy, Kobe, I love y'all. And I'm thankful that, I'm thankful that I'm part of the family. And with that being said, rest in peace to my mother, who, is y'all's sister. We all miss her, and we all wish she was still here. That being said, let's get into it. Listen, man, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. Yeah. I'm pissed off, man. Let's get it. Let's start with this bullshit right here. So apparently, you white folks thought it was okay to go to D.C. on the 4th of July. You nationalists, you good old boys, you nationalists, you racist ass punk motherfuckers. Y'all thought it was okay to go to D.C. and dress up like modern day Klansmen and shit like that. Y'all wanted to go up there and wear masks and all this other bullshit and surround yourself, surround black folk and intimidate people and all that stuff like that right there, huh? Y'all thought that shit was cool, huh? Y'all went to D.C. and you did that bullshit, didn't you? Yeah, you did. I seen the pictures. You getting on the damn train, you going to where the fucking rally was, whatever the fuck the case may be. I don't know, and I don't listen. All right, cool. From what I understand, it was about 400 of y'all, maybe 500 of y'all. From what I understand. So y'all thought it was okay. See, you motherfuckers pulled that same shit here where I'm from, in South Carolina at one point in time. When they took that Confederate flag down at the State House, y'all thought y'all was really about to come down there and shake us up and do something. You white folks thought y'all was really gonna go downtown to the State House in Columbia, South Carolina, and flex your muscle. And you know what ended up happening? Your asses got whipped all across downtown Columbia. Your asses got beat. That's what the fuck happened. Your ass got whipped. That's what the fuck happened. Yeah, I'm coming out the gate. This is how I really feel. Take your punk ass to D.C. with this same kind of energy. And what I'm confused about is the fact that you motherfuckers was the same people that like to intimidate us and talk about us and call us derogatory names and shit. We're the animals. We're the savages. But y'all was the ones that stormed the damn Capitol. We didn't do that shit. Y'all did that shit. Y'all stormed the Capitol with your ugly asses. going in there looking all kinds of crazy. Oh, okay. So let me revisit the type of thoughts that are going through my mind right now. Not too long ago, here in my state, in my city, we just had young Cyrus Belton, who was clearly, it's a clear-cut case of murder by Rick Child. Child got off because he had the money to pay a lawyer to get his punk ass off along with his punk ass son. Oh, yeah. He got off. He sold his business to Arabs, or however the hell you want to say it. And you know what kind of money that they come in with, because all they do is come to this country anyway and open up the vape stores, buy a hotel, buy a gas station, and that's a whole nother conversation I've had in one of my other episodes, but whatever. So apparently he sold the gas station off. That money that he sold the gas station to the Arabs for, that money he used for a good lawyer who just so happens to be an African-American man, or one of his defense attorneys was an African-American man. Then right after that happened, you got the Carmelo Anthony case. Right after we had to witness this verdict in my state, the Carmelo Anthony thing happened. Probably about 2 weeks afterwards. Within a 2-week span of time. This 19-year-old boy gets 35 years. And from what I understand, there was a similar case in Texas where there was a young man who wasn't a young black boy, called himself getting into a fight with one of his peers. They went to a bathroom. He stabbed the young man multiple times, killed him. And they gave him 10 years. $10 years. Now, just on the 4th of July, we have a young man by the name of Nolan Wells out of Mississippi. And you know what? I think I'm going to call this episode Missing in Mississippi. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call this episode. I'm going to call this episode Missing in Mississippi. Yeah, that's going to be the name of this episode. Nolan Wells just so happened to go out with some of his white friends to an island in Mississippi, and where it's known that people usually go to camp and fish and bird watch. All of a sudden, him and about 4 or 5 of his other white friends, and he's the only black boy on this little getaway, this little, whatever you want to call it. The white kids end up coming back, returning home. Young Nolan, didn't make it back home. This happened on the 4th of July. And from what I understand, is that they just found his body maybe yesterday. Let's listen to something.
Authorities in Mississippi have located a body they believe likely belongs to a teen missing since the 4th of July. 18-year-old Nolan Wells was last seen on Horn Island Saturday. The barrier island is a popular vacation spot. The local sheriff's office says Wells was there with friends for the holiday when he was reported missing. ABC's Alex Perez is following this case for us. And Alex, great to see you. What's the latest with this?
Yeah, as Stephanie, officials unfortunately say it appears we're dealing with a tragic ending in this case after beloved 18-year-old Nolan Wells disappeared July 4th after going on a boating trip with friends. Now, sadly, officials say a body matching the description of the 18-year-old was recovered about 8:45 this morning just off the shore of Horn Island, a popular holiday destination about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Now, the teen and friends reportedly took a boat trip to the barrier island for the 4th of July holiday. He was last seen on Saturday at about 3 p.m. After he vanished, his family and friends making an emotional plea for help, flooding social media with pictures of the outing showing Wells and a group of friends on a boat. The 18-year-old seen holding what appears to be a hard or alcohol seltzer in his hand. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department, the Cajun Navy, and many volunteers spending much of the weekend searching for Wells. It remains unclear what exactly happened to him. Authorities say they are still working to figure out what exactly went wrong here as his community now grieves.
They just say, these sons of a, oh, you motherfuckers, boy. He was found with an alcohol seltzer in his hands. Are y'all fucking serious? What the fuck are you talking about? You telling me these white boys left him there, his friends left him on this goddamn island? They went on. They left him there and then he just ended up dead with a fucking alcohol seltzer in his hands? Oh, the seltzer killed him. Don't y'all know black folk can hold our liquor, man? We straight. Like that ain't what the fuck are you talking about? And this ain't the first time that a black person been with a bunch of white folks and then end up getting killed or dying. Like, it ain't the first time. Oh, authorities say he had a seltzer in his hands. He had an alcohol seltzer. Shut your dumb ass up. I can't stand this motherfucking country, bro. Man, listen. That's one of the worst that's some of the worst crock of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I don't give a fuck how you slice the pie, nigga. I don't give a fuck how you cut the cake. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck is you talking about? What else this shit says? Let me go to an article. What does this shit say? Let me adjust this shit real quick so I can read this to you. Authorities in Mississippi say they have not found any evidence of criminal activity in the death of Nolan Wells. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter. The information, Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter. The information gathered so far does not point to foul play, and that drowning is believed to be the likely cause of death. The case remains open, however, as officials await the results of the full autopsy and toxicology testing. And remember, Nolan's family has hired Ben Crump, the civil rights attorney that shows up every time an issue happens with black folk concerning law enforcement or, the judicial system. They've hired, Nolan's family has hired Ben Crump for an independent review of the circumstances surrounding his death. So answers are coming. What the fuck you telling me this boy was found drowned He was found drowned. But then on the news that you just heard, that I just played, they said that he was found with an alcohol seltzer in his hand. Who the fuck drowns with a bottle in their hand? He drowned with a bottle in his hand? If he was drinking alcohol seltzer, what you think them other white boys and girls that was out there with him, them other white boys and white girls is drinking? They made it home straight. Then from what I understand is, they left him on this island, right? Went home, apparently told their parents, whatever the fuck they told their parents. Their parents immediately lawyered up. They called their lawyers. The parents of all these white kids that was out there with young Nolan Wells, the parents of all these white kids, they went and called their lawyers. Once they called their lawyers and put their lawyers on notice about the circumstances, then they called the police to say young Nolan was missing. Led into the search that you just heard about. Found his body. Oh, he had an alcohol seltzer. He had a...
Oh, tragic. Our hearts are with his family. Alex, thank you very much.
We in the big
Grieves.
He had an alcohol seltzer.
Grieves. Stephanie?
This is so tragic. Our hearts are with his family. Alex, thank you very much.
The 18-year-old was recovered about 8:45 this morning, just off the shore of Horn Island, a popular holiday destination about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Now, the teen and friends reportedly took a boat trip to the barrier island for the 4th of July holiday. He was last seen on Saturday at about 3 p.m. After he vanished, his family and friends making an emotional plea for help, flooding social media with pictures of the outing showing Wells and a group of friends on a boat. The 18-year-old seen holding what appears to be a hard or alcohol seltzer in his hand. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department, the Cajun Navy, and many volunteers spending much of the weekend searching for Wells.
Why is that even a point of reference? That he was the one holding an alcohol seltzer in his hands. As if he was the only one drinking the alcohol seltzer. White folks, let me tell y'all something, man. Like I said before, and I always make this statement. The views and the opinions that are expressed on the Monte Carlo show are not necessarily those of his guests or his sponsors. This is me. Viewer listening and discretion is advised. I don't even want to use my soundboard because I want y'all to I want y'all to feel me, bro. Because I ain't got time to be funny about this type of shit. White folks, y'all are starting to fucking piss me off. I'm going to tell you straight up. You pissing me off, bro. And I stay out the way. I don't bother nobody. I don't never claim to be no thug, no gangster. I ain't affiliated with no gangs. None of that shit. But you know what? It's starting to get to the point where this is what needs to happen, white people. This is what needs to happen. For those of y'all that act like, oh, I don't see color. I treat everybody the same. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Let me speak for me. I don't give a fuck how many of y'all that's nice to us these days. I don't give a fuck how many of y'all helped us do whatever you did when we was segregated and being beaten, lynched, and murdered, and the Klan was coming through the neighborhoods on their horses, in their robes, burning crosses in our yards, shooting through our windows, throwing bricks through our windows, all all the shit you did and Black Wall Street, Rosewood, this, all the shit you did to the Indians, the indigenous people that live here. Let me tell you something, man. For every one of y'all that's cool, it's 100 of y'all that's on some fuck shit. So it ain't, you need more people. I don't give a fuck how cool you think you are with black folk. You need more people. Dog, I'm not, like, please, do not let me bring my inner Django out. I try to stay the fuck away from y'all as much as possible because, see, I know how y'all could tend to be. I've experienced racism in my own life, even as a young boy. And I ain't had no business having to feel like that as a kid. Go back to one of my other episodes about racism, and I told y'all just go back and look at my other episode. Reach back into my archives and go back to my episode on racism and listen to the story I told. Experience in Augusta, Georgia, and a couple more experiences in Columbia, South Carolina. White folks, I don't give a fuck how cool your ass act like you are with us. And what pisses me off about y'all is you want to dress like us. You want to be like us. You want to act like us in a lot of ways, unless your ass is corporate. You corporate motherfuckers tend to have, y'all tend to be a little snooty and shit. Y'all tend to hold your nose up high and shit, looking down on the rest of society and shit for you uppity ass white folks. But for the white folks that ain't uppity, y'all motherfuckers want to dress like us, want to be like us, want to talk like us, want to walk like us. Until shit hit the fan. And then the only thing y'all punk asses do, you might not, you could very well see a black person be abused and mistreated and being racially profiled against. The only thing your punk ass is gonna do is just walk away and be like, man, I don't like the way they're treating them. I don't like the way they're treating them. I just think that's not right. And then you're gonna walk off and go your fucking way. You're not gonna step in and be whipping feet. You're not gonna step in and beat nobody ass. And see, that's what y'all asses need to do. Your asses need to get the fuck out here and go to war with your own folks doing this bullshit, man. Fuck is wrong with y'all? And I use my platform, I use my channel as not only to document my life, how I feel, so that when I'm not here no more, my children could go back and see how they move, how he thought, but it's also therapy for me. But you motherfuckers, let me tell you something, man. I use this shit to get this shit off my chest, dog. Y'all need to beat your own people ass. For those of y'all that really feel like, oh, I'm down with black people, I'm down with black folk, I don't see color. I don't know why white folks act like this towards black people. Get your ass out there and whip their ass. Get your ass out there and protest against these motherfuckers with their ass or whatever comes after beating somebody's ass real bad. You might have to take a couple motherfuckers. You might have to just, get them on up. You might have to get them on up, The upper room when Jesus. You heard the upper room, nigga? The upper room. For all y'all white folks is acting like, oh, I don't got a problem with black people, and y'all need to be the ones to take your ass out there and beat the shit out of your people that's treating us, I'm not sure how y'all continuing to get away with this shit. I really don't got no time to be politically correct or to keep my composure with this particular conversation. Because you know what? I got, my life is lifing right now. I got a lot of shit going on that's even outside of this conversation that we're having. Missing in Mississippi. My own personal life, I'll probably do another episode about that shit. Matter of fact, I will. Because there's a lot of shit about that I got to address too. Because your boy is fucking fed up. But as far as you white folks and all you other fucking foreigners, and I even heard that, you know, I've been hearing for years, ever since I was even younger, it's like younger, like, and I believe in high school, 9th, 10th grade, some Africans look down on African Americans, you know, Africans, and, you know, they look down on us. So look, everywhere we fucking go, everywhere we turn, you got something to fucking say with your punk asses. Yet, this great country that everybody wants to flock to was built by our fucking hands. It was built by our fucking hands, the hands of my ancestors. The hands of my ancestors built this great ass country that y'all foreigners all want to flock to, but yet you want to talk shit about us as foundational Black Americans, as they want to call it nowadays. Oh, another terminology to use for us is we ain't had enough goddamn titles that people would call us. Now motherfuckers, now we're foundational Black Americans and African Americans and Negroes, niggas, coons, monkeys, like white folks. I'm addressing y'all specifically when it comes to this shit, and I, you know, as a Hebrew man, as a Hebrew Israelite man who is not associated with any camp, I judge a tree by its fruit. So it don't matter what nationality you are when you come in my presence. If you act like you got some fucking sense, I'm gonna act like I got some fucking sense. Okay? If you want to act like you got a problem, I'm gonna make sure that you know I got a problem. If you want to threaten my life, when you come to my presence, no matter what your nationality is, I'm going to make sure that you feel like your life is being threatened. Anywhere you want to take this shit, we can go. I tend to judge a tree by its fruit. I try not to look at certain people and certain things in a certain way just because of historical records. But it's apparent that you motherfuckers tend to still have the same demeanor about yourselves. Because like I said, I don't know exactly what be going on everywhere else, but the last time you white folks acted like you really was about that good old boy shit and that racist goddamn Strom Thurmond shit, you got your ass whipped all throughout downtown in my city. Cars turned over and all kinds of shit. And then, as a matter of fact, ever since that happened, I haven't seen y'all motherfuckers pop out and be talking no kind of shit like that anyway. With that being said, I'm going to say this, and this is a side note I just want to let you people know about. Just today, there was an instance with me where I had, now, I got a business of my own, but I also just got an opportunity, if you want to call it that, to have a corporate job, so to speak. This corporate job only gives me a 30-minute break, even though I'm working a 9-hour shift. 8.5, 9-hour shift. I only get a 30-minute break. I just so happened to go, I called my order in because I didn't want to waste too much time because I knew my time was limited. I went ahead and placed my order, went to this particular spot, you know what I'm saying? I parked in the area where I can't say I'm necessarily frequent there, but I do go there to get my ammo. Okay? And this parking lot was packed for some reason on today. This is today, or I don't know by the time y'all guys see this, whatever. But as I'm speaking right now, this was today. What's today's date? Whatever today's date is, whatever. The 8th. So I go to park. All of a sudden, this big ass truck. It was like maybe a GMC something, or maybe even a Silverado. It was a redneck truck, but a modern day truck. You know, big. I ain't gonna say redneck truck because I love trucks, especially the Silverados. But that's neither here nor there. Big truck that can haul. If you had a boat, whatever the case is, you know, you can haul shit on it. Trailer, a boat, whatever. So I park, and there is, you know what I'm saying, there's a sign that says, okay, you're bound to be told if you parking in these. It's like if you're not going to the business, then, and you park there and you stay there, whatever the case may be, or, you know what I'm saying, you're allowed to be, you know, to be told whatever. Okay, cool. Long story short, if I can make it short, because this is already going on almost 40 minutes, this whole spiel about this missing in Mississippi thing. I have a truck pull up to me. White guy rolls down his window. Hey, you know, if I put my haul, if I hitch my stuff to your truck, you know, it belongs to me. This is what this white motherfucker said to me. If I hitch your truck to my shit, it belongs to me. You can't park there. But and I'm like, yo, first of all, okay, cool. Listen, I'm just going here to pick up my food. It ain't gonna take less than 2 minutes for me to get my food. Yeah, but you can't park there and you just that and the other and blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, listen, man, I ain't got time for all this shit, but okay, I'm gonna move. Whatever. As I'm walking to go and move my car, he said some shit that I end up hearing as I'm walking. And I turn around, I said, what the fuck you just say? Yeah, I'm just saying, you ain't have to be smart and this, that, and the other. You blase. You should learn how to read. I said, hold up, motherfucker. First of all, I know how to read. And you making this shit worse than what it really need to be. I just told your punk ass that I'm just going here to pick up my food. Well, I'm just saying, you ain't got to act like this. I said, no, motherfucker, I'm giving you the same energy you giving me. I don't want to hear none of that shit. The nerve of this bastard. Fuck wrong with the audacity of you motherfuckers, bro. I'm to the point where, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. As far as me, if another one of you motherfuckers get out of pocket with me, I'm gonna just bust you in your shit. That's it. Just piss me off in the slightest bit. I'm gonna bust you in your shit. I promise you I will. I'll bust your shit and ask questions later. Okay? As the term goes, shoot first, ask questions last. I'm gonna bust your shit. Not playing with you motherfuckers. I'm sick of you bastards. You motherfuckers done stormed the Capitol. Y'all still look at it as a good, yeah, the supreme race? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Y'all clearly showed how much of a savage y'all punk asses can be doing that stupid shit. Then this past 4th of July, y'all motherfuckers wanna go as a new league Ku Klux Klan. The new era Ku Klux Klan. Then Trump punk ass get on the podium. He got these cracker ass motherfuckers with their overalls on with these hats and white folks, I swear. just give me a fucking, I hate to feel this way. Just give me a, just give me a reason. Just give me a reason. Just give me a fucking reason to bust your head. And the thing about it is, I'm not even the biggest guy. Like, I'm not even like 6'4", 6'5", 230 pounds on some LeBron James shit. I will bust your shit. You could be a big Jethro body built ass country good old boy. I'm gonna bust your ass to the best of my ability. I'm mad. Well, y'all niggas got me. Y'all crackers got me hot. Y'all motherfuckers got me hot. Y'all got me hot. Y'all got me hot. I ain't gonna lie. I like making good content. I like having fun when I'm making content. I really do. And I had a long day today. I worked both of my jobs today, and then if you want to include the social media thing, 3 jobs. I worked both of my jobs today, and then come in, and I had so much in my heart about this stuff that's going on. I just had to go ahead and get this out of my system. Cyrus Bell, Carmelo Anthony, Nolan Wells. Who's next? Lord forbid. Most High forbid it be one of mine. Don't, please, oh Most High, don't let that be the case. Don't let that be the case. Y'all know this ain't back in the day, right? This ain't back in the day. This should have never happened to young Nolan. But at the same time, me as a foundational Black American or African American or Hebrew Israelite, we're not used. My generation, me personally, my generation, we don't really send our kids to go over white folk houses to spend the night. You know what I'm saying? And to do
No jumper.
Excuse me. And to do things, just our Black children are just around a lot of white or foreign kids, and they're the only Black kid in that group. We don't do that. Hell, we don't even really send our kids to other Black folk houses that the parents, if they really cared, if they really are wholesome parents, we don't even send our kids to Black folk houses that we don't know. If I don't know, with my kids, if I don't know the mama or the daddy or both of whoever my kids are trying to go over and spend the night with, they're not going over there. If anything, they can come and spend the night at my house, but they're not going over there. They're not going over there. They're not going. White folks, let me tell y'all something, man. It ain't enough of y'all. I don't care. Me personally, I don't give a fuck how cool you are with Black folk, how much you've been raised around us, how much of our music you like, how much of our food you like, how you like, how much you want to dress like us, walk like us, talk like us. Listen, it ain't enough of y'all. It's too many of y'all that's on that fuck shit. So for those of y'all that are cool or call yourselves cool with us, take your ass out there to your people and beat their ass when you find out that they on some fuck shit when it comes to Black people. Do that. Do that. And let the cards fall where they may. Because y'all motherfuckers have done so much heinous and horrible and horrific things to my people, where it's unforgivable. Just because you're not able to necessarily do it in the way that you used to in the past, don't mean that you're not doing it in a similar way today. And you think that we're supposed to forget about this country's history and the blood you shed and the pain you've caused and the fear that you instilled just because you can't do the racist shit that you was doing back then in the same way you could do it today? No, you're still doing it, but you're just doing it in a different way. And for those of y'all that don't feel like these motherfuckers feel, I would strongly advise you to get on your own people's asses in the way you see fit. Boy. Shout out to Big Sean. Shout out to all my people in Detroit once again. I'm gonna go ahead and just end this shit, man. Cause I'm so passionate about this. This is almost a 50-minute episode. And I still, for some reason, feel like I haven't fully expressed myself the way I really, really feel, because I know how sensitive YouTube is with y'all punk asses. Dog. I think at this point, I'm gonna just go ahead and run my shower water. Go ahead and order me something from DoorDash for dinner tonight and get ready for another work day tomorrow. But the audacity too of that cracker that had the nerve to stop me and say he was gonna tow my shit. Bitch, you know how much I pay for this car every month, like my car payments? You telling me that you couldn't have the grace to let me park here in this one spot for 2 minutes to get my food that I ordered? Wasn't gonna be parked there long at all. And not only that, I spend money at whatever business that's right in front of where I parked at. I spend money right here. You telling me you gonna tow my shit, so I paying monthly payments on my car, plus my car insurance, plus putting gas in it, plus maintenance. And you're telling me that because I parked there and you just so happen to be driving by with your country cracker ass to see me coming out my truck, to say that you gonna tow my shit and it belongs to you if you tow my shit? Do you know how bad your ass would have got whipped? Oh, and don't take it even further and say, oh, guess what, buddy? I got a gun. Yeah, nigga. Go ahead and act bold. Go ahead and act like you're gonna hurt me because I'm towing your shit. And see what the fuck I do. Whew. This probably gonna be one of the less liked Monte Carlo show episodes I've probably ever made, but at the same time, this country is not giving me any reason to kind of be in good spirits and in a good mood. With that being said, man, listen, welcome back to another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. I'm your host, Monte Carlo. I do apologize for those of you that have tuned into this particular episode and I might have rubbed you the wrong way. I might have made you feel a certain type of way. I might have ruffled a bit of feathers. And I quite can understand that. Hell, you can't quite please everybody. Sometimes you just got to piss people off to get your point across, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you got to kind of just poke your daggone chest out and just tell people how you really daggone feel. And just let it go. With that being said, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. Like I said, I'm your host, Monte Carlo. And you have tuned into
Another one.
And I plan to see you guys on the next one. Until then, all praise due to the Most High. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters scattered across the four corners of the earth. And I wish you all peace and love. Be safe out there, y'all. Be safe out there. Treat others as you want to be treated. And recognize each tree by its fruits. Stay safe. Stay aware of your surroundings. But most importantly, try not to bear hate. Try not to hold hate in your heart for unnecessary reasons. But also, most importantly, keep the Most High first. Try to hold to His laws, statutes, and commandments as much as you can. May He be with you all and guide you all. And just remember, when you see me, say shalom. Love y'all. Most High bless y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.
That's all I do. That's all I do.
Hey, yo, I'm doing turn it up. That's right.
That's all I do. That's all I do.
I think how sometimes to be the closest people to us wishing their regards. Don't let the helping hand speak and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of ours. Don't let the helping hand speak and touch your sabotage. To be the closest people to us wishing their regards. Don't let the helping hand speak and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of ours. Don't let the helping hand speak and touch your sabotage.
Time to reflect about my time in the checks. We lost some souls in the street. We can never get back, so we live with regret as we deal with the evils, keeping them back doors locked. When dealing with certain people, the vibes are ever deceiving. So please don't let them deceive you. Friends get crossed out for enemies. These some treacherous people. Stay on point like a needle. Keep your head on a swivel. You know the streets gon' plot, cause they plot when they trying to put you. Come on. Look, if patience is a virtue, I make time in my front. That's what I do. The streets don't love you, so I don't love them. That's what I do. If it's earth, wind, fire, guess I'm born with the wind. That's what I do. Hey, mama said if it's smiling in your face, you better watch that
People so is wishing their regards. Don't let the helping hands speak and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of ours. Don't let the helping hands speak and touch your sabotage. To be the closest people so is wishing their regards. Don't let the helping hands speak and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of ours. Don't let the helping hands speak and touch your sabotage.
That's all I do. That's all I do.